So step 5, which was split into 3 parts. So the first part is defining your weekly marketing, basically your DMO, which is your daily method of operation. If something's not in the schedule, it won't happen, right? As you know. So each of us has a different goal of how many customers we want or how much money we want to earn. But the method is still the same. It's just the numbers that will change. So say, for example, if you need to recruit 1 platinum member per week, then you need to define how you will do this. I expect you're using social media, but you could also have offline prospects and customers who are already in your follow-up list. Or maybe you could attend local business or product selling networking events and follow up with the people you meet there. You may be talking to your friends as well. The thing is, to make a decision on how many and who you need to be talking to in order to sponsor or sell your weekly amount. Now, you cannot control how many people will say yes and join World Ventures, but you can control how many people you invite each week and how many presentations do you need to show. Part of having a successful business means having routines in place that you follow consistently. A few routines you should consider implementing into your business would be: 1, a morning routine. Get yourself ready for the day. It may involve meditation, affirmations, visualizing, journaling, creating a gratitude list, spending time in nature, exercising, showering, or coffee. Choose something that really lights you up and do those things every morning to prepare yourself for the day. Number 2 would be a social media routine. Which social media platforms are you being visible on? And make sure this is where your ideal clients are hanging out. How often are you showing up? I would hope at least once a day. What kind of content are you sharing? What time of day are you showing up and for how long? Get super specific and stick to this routine so you don't get sucked into Facebook or Periscope, Pinterest, Instagram, whichever sites you are using. Have a clear idea of what you're doing there, how long you will be there, so that you're not wasting time. Having a solid routine in place every day is what's really allowed me to get focused and accomplish everything that's on my list that's important to get done. If I allowed myself to work sporadically without a routine and my checklists, I really don't believe I would have achieved as much as I have this past year and my success in my business. Now, you don't think you have to follow my plans. You don't. I'm not telling you you need to wake up when I wake up. You need to do what I do each day. You need to use the same schedule as me. That won't work for some people. What I'm telling you to do is to work out your own morning plan. Get that in place for every day of the week, even if it's different on some days. Stick to it. Get used to the habit, the routine. And I promise you that you will start seeing positive results in your business. Create something that works for you. Have you ever sat down at your computer determined to get the most out of your day, only to look at the clock some hours later maybe, and realize you've spent hours working, but you didn't actually really achieve anything? Well, me too. And that's why I put in place a daily routine, a weekly schedule, a checklist, and having this sets me up for success. No more chit-chatting on Facebook for hours. What I do is focused. No more reading blog posts all day long. not implementing the things that I learn. No more wasting time. Now I'm able to accomplish so much more in my days. And despite what many people assume, I don't spend all my time online. I have another business that I run. I have a partner, I have a home. Like most of you, we have busy lives as well. So, this is what enables me to be online as part of my daily schedule. And, I invite you to steal as many moments to work as you can without sacrificing time with your kids, your family, your partner, your business, your friends, your parents. You may need to start waking up a little earlier or going to bed a little later, but it's possible to have a successful business even with all the other distractions that you have in your life. This is why you're doing your business, and it's really worth creating a schedule that will work for you. When everything has its place, you feel comfortable and you feel confident, and that's what will bring you success. Not running around in a harebrained manner, doing things when you can in sporadic moments. It's making yourself a plan that will give you a structure to work to, and everything. You can fit everything in that you want to. It's about having those solid routines and staying consistent with them as best as you can. So let's look at some numbers. Okay, now we need to break down your goal a little into what you need to do to achieve that weekly or monthly figure that we talked about before. So let's just work down this example here. Your goal, for example, could be to earn $2,000 per month by the end of 2018. So what you need to do is to look at the compensation plan. You need to look at the commissions that you get for what you do, what you get for referrals, and then work that down so that it gives you a monthly and then perhaps a weekly figure, and then you know what you have to do in order to achieve that weekly figure. So on the example here, commissions. So your goal is to earn $2,000 per month. The commissions are $100 per referral or personal sponsor per month. Okay, so now you can work out, if you're looking at $2,000 a month, $100 per person, then you're going to need 20 new referrals in 12 months. Okay, so that keeps it kind of quite simple. So how many do you need a month? Well, that comes to 1.66. So in this case, I think we needed to round it up because it's difficult to sponsor 1.66 people. So we'll round it to 2 people per month. Okay, so you want 2 per month. Now, what do you have to do to get that? Now, you will develop your own statistics, and as you work through this training program using the spreadsheet, you will develop a pattern for yourself. At the moment, we'll look at the industry average. The sign-up rate is 1 in 10 presentations shown, should give you 1 person. So show 10 presentations, you should recruit 1 person. So if you want 2 per month, then you need to present 20 presentations in a month. And if you break that down, that comes to 5 per week. Okay, so you've worked out now, in order to hit your $2,000 per month, that you need to show 5 presentations per week. Okay, so we're now breaking it down into what you need to do. So we're taking the dollar figure out of your mind and we're going right down to the action steps that you need to take daily. So you've got 5 presentations there. Now, what do you have to do for 5 presentations per week? Looking at the figure, again, we're going back to industry average figures here. 30 to 40% of invites would lead to a presentation. So that means to get 5 per week, you're looking at 13 to 17 invites. Okay, so that's what you need to do, and we've worked it right down now, and that's what you need to achieve. So now you have to work out how you're actually going to achieve that. Now that will depend on what you do each day. So you need to basically be consistent. So let me just move on to here. So your weekly daily method of operation, weekly DMO we call that, even though it's weekly, not daily. Now, attend our weekly call. Okay, we've got the Musketeers Success Express coaching and accountability call. We're going to run these every week for you. We've got the Musketeers Success Seekers Facebook group. Okay, so this is somewhere for you to pop into. We'll also have all of these trainings, not the videos you're watching now, but everything else on the training page, all the scripts and the printouts and the worksheets. They'll all be available inside the group as well. So those are the two things which are interactive, okay? So we can speak to you, we can support you, you can have questions, anything that you want, pop into that group. You can contact us individually as well, but it's kind of nice because whatever questions you have, somebody else will have as well. And somebody else may be a bit less confident about asking that question. So in asking it yourself, you are helping other people as well. So please interact in the group too. Now, say, using that last example, say you're going to invite 20 people per week. Okay, now that's that would complete the figures that we had on the last slide. So that works out at 4 per day. Okay, now this is provided that this is your actual figure. Now you can work your own figures out here. And again, if you're having any trouble with that, then just be in touch with us. Good thing to talk about on the calls. But basically looking at inviting, for the purposes of the example we talked about, 20 people per week, which is 4 per day. Okay, and we would say that's probably what you need to be doing to be successful and to move on with that plan that we talked about in the last step. Aim to show 5 presentations per week. Okay, now you may not start off with 5, but aim at that. As you start talking to people, as you start inviting, as you start presenting, and you start talking with more and more people, you'll find that the momentum will develop. Okay, so if you're not showing 5 in your first week, don't beat yourself up. Keep at it, be consistent, and that number will increase almost without any more work as things go on week by week, because you will develop what we call a funnel of people. You will have people that will come back to you that you've contacted maybe 2 weeks before. You know, people will come back to you, and so you can build up your funnel of people. So 5 presentations a week is a good thing to aim for. And we're looking, the average invite that we just mentioned before, 30 to 40%. So 13 to 17 people per week, invite them to see the presentation. Now you may find in the beginning you need to do more contacting, developing those contacts before you can invite people, but that's fine, just keep at it, okay? If you know your aim is for 13 to 17 invites, then keep contacting people so you're developing a funnel of people so that you can achieve that figure. You're not going to achieve it overnight. That's not how this works. If it was, everybody would do it. The fact that you do it consistently will bring you that success that other people are not having. So that's really the end of your weekly DMO, and work one out for yourself. Okay, so homework from this slide really is to maybe use these figures or convert these figures into your own and put them onto your own daily method of operation sheet. Okay, we have got the handouts which can help you as well, but work out your own. Look at this slide in particular and decide what your figures are going to be. Now, you may want to halve this, you might want to double it, you might want to triple it, you might want to quadruple it. That depends on you, your business, your goal, and what you need to do. So I'll leave that to you, and I will see you in step 5B.